Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Vero and today I'm going to talk about my experience with the iPad Non Pro 1 year after I got it. But first, this video is very kindly sponsored by Skillshare, an online learning community where millions of people come together to take the next step in their creative journey. On Skillshare, you can find thousands of inspiring classes about a lot of different topics like freelancing, illustration, video editing, graphic design, and much more. So if you are creative or even just curious, if you want to explore new skills or deepen existing passions, join Skillshare and start your own journey. Skillshare is also very affordable with less than $10 a month. With the annual subscription, you get access to all the classes. I have been following more online classes lately because I still want to focus on my passion and learn new things, but still in the safety of my house. I'm following this class, for example, on how to be more productive because I personally don't have much self-discipline and I found myself unable to optimize my time and do the things that I want to do. Accomplishing more with less sounds like a good deal, so I'm watching it. I'm also keeping my focus on learning more and more about storytelling and character design. And in this class, Sabah Tahir explains a little bit on how she created the characters in her books and how she got to know them on a deeper level. She shows examples on how we can do it too. So I found it really interesting to take a peek at her creative process. If you're curious, those classes are all linked down below in the description. Skillshare also provided me with a link for you guys. The first 1,000 people that will use a link to join Skillshare get 2 months of premium Skillshare for free. So you have 2 long months to explore your creativity and learn a lot of new things. So basically this video is going to be an update on my experience using the iPad Non Pro as an artist, because every artist ever always buy iPad Pros, and it's understandable, but I am too broke for iPad Pro, so I still have the iPad 2018, the iPad 6th generation, and I still love it and I use it every single day, all day, ever since the day I bought it. I don't regret it at all, and I think this is an amazing device, even if it's not Pro. I know that there is a new iPad out and it's definitely better, but I don't think that there are too many characteristics that are too different, so I'm gonna stick with these for another year. The new iPad is bigger and it has more RAM, so it's probably going to perform better and it's more comfortable to use while drawing because it's bigger. If there is something that I would change about this iPad is that it's a little too small. The only reason why I would buy an iPad Pro is because of the size of the screen. But I tried the iPad Pro that my aunt has. It's an 11 inches iPad Pro, and it didn't feel bigger than the one I have because it has a borderless sort of design, and that's quite uncomfortable when you draw. The iPad with a border feels better when you draw because you have a place outside the screen where you can place your hand and draw more freely, so everything feels bigger. So I don't really like the new design. I like the fact that this has a border, and it helps a lot with the dimension of this, because if it didn't have it, it would have been like too small. I have very big hands, so this is not really great because my hands occupy a lot of space, so it's a little uncomfortable when I work on things over a long period of time. If it's something that's gonna take like an hour or two, I'm completely fine, but I sometimes, like during the 100 Eds challenge, I work on my iPad like 8 hours a day, and my wrist kind of hurt a lot because the space was too small. So if there is one thing that I would change is the size. So I think you should buy the new iPad and not this one anymore. Also because it's starting to get laggy. Yes, after the newer updates, unfortunately, a lot of apps crash while you use them, like Procreate as well. Procreate 5, I still don't like it. It definitely became more laggy and it crashes. If I use all the layers that Procreate allow me to use, because they're really limited, but if I use all of them, like when I draw on the last one, it crashes. It just doesn't let me do it. And it's really annoying. It didn't happen before, so I don't know if it's something that has to do with iPad. It probably is. It also crashes when I play video games, and it sucks because then I have to play everything again, and it's not nice. I've been experiencing this kind of discomforts with this iPad recently, and just after the new iPad came out, I wonder if that's a coincidence. Probably not. Unfortunately, this is what happened with Apple things. After a new version of something comes out, the previous one suddenly goes nuts, which is very annoying. But hey, the iPad no Pro is also the cheapest iPad you can find, and I have the 128 Wi-Fi version. I don't think you need the cellular version, because if you have a phone, you can use your phone as an hotspot and connect your iPad to internet through that with Wi-Fi. So I don't know, that seems like a waste of money to buy that. Regarding the memory, a lot of people ask me if they should buy the 32 gigabytes or the 128 gigabytes model, and it took me a while to get to 32 gigabytes, guys. It took me like 4 months to fill 32 gigabytes, and I use my iPad to read books because it's really comfortable. I can read it in the dark in my bed, and it's really nice. So I have a lot of space occupied by books, and I use it to journal and plan my life, and I use it to draw. These are the only thing I use my iPad for, and the drawings occupy a lot of space, but if you clean it often, it shouldn't be a problem for you to get the 32 gigabytes one, but I feel like after a while you will regret it, because iTunes is a nightmare, and the experience of exporting stuff from here to your computer, if you're not an Apple user, it's a nightmare. So yeah, I'm happy with my 128 gigabyte version, and if I was to buy the newer one, I would buy the one with the bigger memory, yes. Another question that people ask me is the screen protector that I use, because I've done an ASMR video and it was really nice, the sound. I've done a research because I've forgotten about that screen protector, because I've used it for almost a year, and it's like the Lethon screen protector, and I got it from Amazon. It was like 13 euros or something like that. It was really nice because it had a lot of texture, to the point that it was very weird to touch it with your finger, but it felt really good with Apple pencils to draw with. The problem is that it had so much texture that it damaged the tip of the Apple pencils a little bit. It was not noticeable until I've installed Paperlike on it, because Paperlike sent me kindly a sample to try it out, and as soon as I put it on, that tip felt like drawing with a stick over a chalkboard, and I was like, this can be the screen protector, right? No, it was the tip of the Apple pencil that I didn't notice it was ruined until I tried a new screen protector. Paperlike, let's talk about Paperlike. Paperlike, it's a screen protector that's supposed to be paper-like, but I think it's pretty much, it's very smooth. It's a very smooth screen protector. It just basically feels like a matte screen protector with a little bit of tooth, which is nice because it doesn't feel weird to touch it, and I guess it's not going to damage the Apple Pencil because it's pretty smooth. So I don't think you should worry about Apple Pencils if you use Paperlike, but I think I like the other one the most because it gave me really much more the feeling of paper. And anyway, you can buy Apple Pencil tips, so I'm not I don't care about ruining it. It's a little bit too smooth for my preferences. Also, I noticed that it gets scratched very easily, so I don't think it's very resistant. Like the other one used to be very scratch proof when my dogs used to like put their paws on my iPad, because it always happened, and I got no scratches on the other screen protector, and this one is getting scratched, and that's annoying. Anyway, in the package they give you 2 of them. You cannot buy one separately, you have to buy the full package with 2 of them inside, so it's fine, but I did prefer the other one. Regarding the fact that the iPad no Pro is not laminated, if that's something that worries you, I'm here to tell you that even if it's not laminated, there isn't much parallax, and it performs really well when you draw on it. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. The iPad Pro does have a parallax as well, and it is a little smaller, but it's not that much smaller. I don't know why people made so much a fuss about it. So don't worry about it, you won't notice any parallax when you draw. I still only use Procreate to draw pretty much because a lot of the other apps have a sort of desktop interface, so they have a lot of windows and this is quite small, so those windows are quite annoying and they occupy all the space on the screen. The new iPad is 10 inches point 2, this one is 9 inches point 7, and I think that it's like a full inch more. I don't know about inches. I guess it's gonna be better when it comes to use other kind of programs because there is more space. It's better, I guess. Let's draw something, because why not? This is on our channel. Let's draw something. I'm gonna show you the brushes that I prefer the most, that I like the most, and yeah, let's get started. Hello guys, voiceover Vero here. Let's get started directly with the program. So first off, I always use my iPad horizontally, of course, because it feels bigger like this. Second of all, I always use Procreate, as I said before, and I've downloaded a watercolor brush pack that Max Packs has. I will link them below. Everyone has been downloading them, and I can understand why. They're really cool. There are so many brushes in that set. I had to sort of make a selection because I don't remember the names, so I just picked a few that I liked the most, and I made some swatches so that I could look for the brushes that I like directly without wasting time looking for them in the list, because I just can't remember. I still haven't played with them a lot, but maybe I can make a video where I draw with them. Anyway, I also downloaded the free brushes that I don't know how to pronounce his name. I will link them below. These are sort of watercolor brushes as well, but they're free, and I mean, you can donate something while you get them, but you can get it for free. So if you don't want to waste money over Procreate brushes because you think it's not worth it, well, these can be a good option. Also, I've downloaded a few brushes from some classes that I've taken, but I don't really remember which class was. I use these brushes quite a lot though, but I can't remember which class it was. It was a botanical class, but there are so many classes on Skillshare. Anyway, my favorite brush ever is the HB pencil, the simple Procreate brush that you have already in Procreate, the HB pencil. I think it's just perfect. There are so many brushes on Procreate, so many. They all come with the program, but I just use this one. Every time I use it to sketch, I use it to color, I just love it. It's just perfect. As you can see, this is the brush that I used to paint like the super famous Billie Eilish drawing that I've made, and like probably it's because it was Billie Eilish, but that got so many likes. I was like, oh, that's why people paint famous people nowadays. They liked it because it was Billie Eilish, not because it was my drawing. But anyway, I painted it with using only that basically, and a little bit of the smudge tool, and then I just painted, colored the whole drawing with that pencil brush. I just really like it. What else? Yeah, so now I'm gonna draw a sort of Harry Potter fan art. Lately I've been doing a lot of fan arts because I understand now that there is a big power in fan arts, because if you want to study character design, you need to study how other people made other characters and how they made them work, and doing fan art really helps. But I'm not really good yet. I didn't even color this because I don't have a coloring style digitally yet, and I didn't want to ruin it. Maybe I will paint it with watercolors, since I haven't painted with watercolors this year. Maybe I can make a video about that. Tell me if you're interested. I don't know if you can guess who they are. Can you guess it? I'll give you a few seconds. It's Ron and Hermione. They are my favorite. They're adorable. I don't know perspective, and Procreate has a very cool tool that's like a guideline that helps you with a perspective, and it helps you with the lines as well. So that was cool, but it kind of looks weird. I don't know if it worked. I have to study perspective because I think it's time. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I hope you like this little drawing, and let me know if you want to see it colored. So yeah, anyway, bye. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. It makes my day. If you have questions, please feel free to leave them down below in the comment section and I will try to reply. I hope you're all safe and please be careful with this situation. It's really bad in Italy and I hope it doesn't get as bad anywhere else in the world. So be careful with everything and stay safe. Bye bye, guys. Love you.